Hello everyone, my name is Hannah and welcome to a new 24-hour reading vlog. So my friend Ashley from Ashley's Little Library is going to be joining me for this 24-hour readathon, or more like I'm going to be joining her. Basically she told me that she was going to be doing a 24-hour readathon sometime soon, and I was like, well, if you do it on this day, I could do it with you. So yeah, that is going to be starting later tonight. I think I'm going to be starting at 8 p.m. my time. It'll be 9 p.m. her time. So I just wanted to quickly film the books that I plan on picking up or that I want to be picking up soon. For sure, the first one that I will be starting with is the Bromance book club by Lisa K. Adams. All of these books that I'm going to be talking about right here are all romance books because I'm in such a romance reading mood right now. I just want some cute, fluffy summer romances, okay? And I think that this is gonna deliver. I've heard so many good things about this series. This is the first book in a series. It follows a professional baseball player, yes, who his marriage is in trouble. He's just found out that he's never been able to give his wife an orgasm, and they're like on the brink of divorce, not just because of that, but that kind of shatters his confidence a little bit. And so he starts this book club where they read romance books to try to like win the women in their lives back, or whatever. So I was a little hesitant to pick this up when it first came out because I'm not a super big fan of like marriage in trouble or like second chance romances, because I just feel like you don't get the backstory or the buildup of their romance. But I've heard really good things about this one and I just really want to try it out. So I'm thinking this is the first one I'm going to be picking up. Now, like I said, I have several here. I will definitely not be getting to all of these, but these are my options. So I'm just going to say them all and we'll see what I can pick up. So the next one is Fix Her Up by Tessa Bailey. I just recently read It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey and I adored that book. I have not heard the greatest things about this one. It's the first in her like Tools of Engagement series or something like that. But I'm kind of going to go into this one with low expectations so I don't get let down, but I don't know. I know it follows this girl who's like a party clown, like a birthday party clown, and this guy who, is he also a professional baseball player? Is there a theme here? Yeah, he is. Major League Baseball player. Who would have thunk? Maybe I'll have to read both of these because I get the Major League Baseball vibes. But yeah, I'm just curious to see what this one is about and if I'll actually end up liking it. I know that people were getting annoyed that the love interest kept calling the main character baby girl a lot, and I think that will end up annoying me, but since I'm going in knowing that, maybe it won't affect my enjoyment as much. So there's that one. I could also pick up Dark Wild Night by Christina Lauren. I haven't read any of Christina Lauren's early books, and this is actually the third in a series, or the second in a series, that I have not read any other books from. But it's a companion series, so I feel like it's not gonna be, I'm not gonna miss out on that much. I don't know. I found this at a thrift store and I wanted to read it. I think it's a friends to lovers, like they get drunk and married in Vegas on accident and they get it annulled, and then they're like, well, I actually like that person, so now what? So we'll see on that one. I also have What If You and Me by Ronnie Lauren. I heard about this one from Gabby Reads. Why was that so hard for me? Gabby from Gabby Reads talked about reading this when she was on her vacation in California, and she said it was super adorable, and that's what I want right now. I don't know anything else about it other than Gabby liked it. And I literally saw her give it 5 stars on Goodreads, like a 4.5, so I bought it. I also have a omnibus of 3 books called Lucky Harbor by Jill Shalvis. There's 3 books in this like giant book that my mom read, and she said it was really cute. I think she got it from Goodwill for less than $1, and I think it's just set on this like little harbor town, and that sounds cute. Yeah. It's just like a summertime romance series. And again, this is books 3 through 5. Or 4 through 6. No, this is books 4 through 6, and I haven't read books 1 through 3. But I don't think that matters. I think these are all standalones that just happen in the same place. And that's why it's a series. And these are pretty short. I think all of these are under 300 pages, so I could pick up one or all of these. Who even knows? Who am I? Could I read all of these? There's no way. No. And then the other one that I could potentially pick up depending on my mood is called Him by Elle Kennedy and Serena Bowen. I have the ebook and the audiobook for that. So I have the ebook on my Kindle app on my iPad. And this is a male-male hockey romance, and I've heard that it's really cute. I really like hockey romances for some reason. I like hockey, but yeah, I'm very interested to read this one, and since I have the audiobook, I'm sure that I will be picking that up at some point, because once I start to get tired and my eyes don't want to like read physical words anymore, I can just listen to the audiobook for it. So yeah, quite the stack of options here, and I know I want to pick up this one for sure, and probably, Him, but you know, depending on my mood, any of these could be potential books that I pick up for this. So that is a very long intro, but we'll cut to the clip where it's like time to start now. All right, 2 minutes left, getting set up, getting ready. I'm definitely starting with the Bromance book club. I think I'm gonna light a candle and get a monster, because I'm not gonna lie, even though I had a nap earlier, I'm still kind of tired. So yeah, I'm gonna get everything set up, and we've got like a minute left, and then I'm gonna get to reading. I did talk to Ashley earlier, and she said that she wanted to do some private reading sprints around 9 my time, so in about an hour. She is going to start reading A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson, which I gifted her because I think that she's gonna absolutely love it. I'm so excited for her to read it. Like, oh my little heart is just pitter-pattering right now because I really want her to love it. So yeah, let's go get started, because oh my gosh, we're so close. It's time. It's time. All right, it is 11:20. Ashley and I just finished some private reading sprints, which was really fun. I think it was our first time ever like video chatting, like face to face like that, because mostly we just like message each other on Instagram and stuff. So that was really fun. And she was reading A Dowry of Blood, and she ended up finishing it. It was just after midnight her time. But yeah, she's already finished a book. I am well on my way to finishing the Bromance book club. I am on page 272. So I have like 65 pages left of this, and I think I can definitely finish it tonight before I go to bed, because I'm feeling pretty good. I think I'm in a good spot right now, but I don't want to jinx it by saying I can stay up and start another book, because who knows, I might get tired. But I think I can definitely finish the Bromance book club. I guess I'll give you a little bit of my thoughts, since I haven't given you any thoughts at all. I am liking it because I like the concept of a Bromance book club. I always think that men would learn a lot just from reading romance books. I've always thought that, so it's kind of nice to see like all these like macho men who don't really know how to talk about their feelings reading like some super sweet romantic romance books, so that they can learn how to talk about their feelings and be romantic and win back some of the women in their lives. I will say though, I am not a super big fan of the marriage in trouble trope. I knew that going into this, and I was right. I don't like that about this book. I also just feel like I'm not super connected to the relationship at this point. Like, I'm invested enough that I want them to like work things out, but it's not like seeing the relationship develop for the first time. Obviously, I knew that going into it, but that's a big reason why I don't like marriage in trouble romances, because they've already known each other, they've already had a relationship. But yeah, I am liking how much Gavin is trying to win back his wife, although there are some pretty frustrating things that he does where I'm like, you dummy. I think it's pretty solid. I think I will still continue on with the series. even though I'm pretty sure I know who the next book follows, and I don't know that I like either one of the main characters in the next book. So I guess we'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna go finish this now. I'm not sure if I'll be able to finish it before midnight, but I'm gonna try for it. So here we go. All right, it is exactly midnight and I just finished the Bromance book club. I think I'm gonna end up giving this a 3-star. It wasn't my favorite and I kind of went into it knowing that this wasn't gonna be for me, but I thought I would give it a shot because sometimes I can be surprised. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of the marriage in trouble trope, and I don't usually like second chance romance tropes either, but sometimes it works for me, so I figured I'd give this a shot. But there were some like frustrating and annoying parts in this, but there were also some parts that I thought were really funny and cute. So I think since it's kind of like there were parts I didn't like and there were parts I like, I think a 3-star is a good rating to land on. I also felt that the ending was pretty rushed. I would have liked a little bit more. It felt like it happened in like less than 10 pages. And yeah, I think the whole part of like not seeing the initial development of the relationship kind of made me not be able to connect to the relationship, and like I was still rooting for them, but I didn't have like the backstory that I needed to feel connected to them, you know? But I think I'll probably still continue on with the series despite knowing that the next book is following 2 characters that I'm really not fans of right now. I think I'll still give it a shot because I like the idea of the Bromance book club, like the actual book club. And it still was a very fast read. I mean, I literally sat down to read this and didn't stop until I finished it. Granted, 24-hour readathon, but it was definitely an easy read. But yeah, this one was just okay for me. So as predicted, I am much more tired now than I was 40 minutes ago, but I'm not quite ready to turn in for the night. So I think I'm going to go pick my next book that I'm going to read. So let's go do that. Let's go look at the stack. All right. So here's the stack of books that I have here. I don't think that I'm in the mood for Him by Serena Bowen and Elle Kennedy yet. So I think I'll save that ebook for tomorrow. If I'm in the mood for it, I suppose. I don't know if I'll be in the mood for it. I'm thinking one of these 3 maybe. We'll just go ahead and say that one's out. I'm nervous about this one because I know it got some conflicting reviews and there were some like annoying parts of this one. So I don't know that I want to go into this one right away since I'm not coming off of like a 5-star read. So I'm a little nervous for this one. I think I'll save this one for tomorrow. So that leaves these 2. So this one is the accidentally married in Vegas while drunk, and then they realize they actually have feelings for each other. This one I know nothing about other than Gabby said it was adorable. Which one? Okay, I actually think that I'm going to choose Dark Wild Night by Christina Lauren. I'm going to try this one and see how it goes. If I'm not liking it by like 20 or 30 pages, then I think I'll set it down and pick up What If You and Me, because I don't want to get in a slump this early on. And I just realized that it's blurbed by Sarah J. Maas. How did I not realize that when I bought it? Okay. Well, this is the one I'm going to pick up now, and we're going to see how this goes. And I'm probably only going to get to read about 50 pages before I get too tired, but I'm feeling okay. I'm tired. I could fall asleep right now, but I could also stay up. Who even knows? All right. It's become clear that I can't read this one. So I mentioned before that this is book 3 in a series. I think so. And I said that this was like a friends that got like drunk and married in Vegas. Apparently that already happened and they've already like fixed it and stuff. And now they're just friends. And it's like the continuation of just their friendship developing into more. So I missed some backstory. Well, who could have thought? Book 3, and I haven't read the first 2, and I would have missed something. Who could have guessed that? So anyway, I'm not going to read this one because I feel like I've just missed too much. I don't know what's going on. Damn it. All right, back to the drawing board. Let's go pick up a different book. Let's hope this one works out a little better. All right, it is about 1:30 right now, and I've been reading What If You and Me by Ronnie Lauren, and I'm really liking it. It's actually quite a bit darker than I was anticipating, but still very cute. I'm on page 97, so can you see? I've made a decent progress in it. Yeah, I'm really tired, but I'm liking it enough that I want to stay up a little bit longer and read it. Maybe get to page like 150. But now I feel like I have a little bit firmer of a grasp on what this book is about. So basically it follows this female horror writer, Andy, who has some really bad anxiety and paranoia and trust issues because of some things that have happened in her past. And she has like a podcast, and like I said, she writes horror books, and she moves into a duplex, which she shares a wall with the love interest, Hill, who is an ex-firefighter. There was an accident at his work where he ended up losing part of his leg, and he's got some really bad burn marks on him. And so he's kind of like feeling a bit down. His girlfriend was a piece of shit, and he's just like lacks confidence basically in everything that he does now. And Andy kind of befriends him and wants to show him the horror genre. And yeah, so far they've had a few really cute moments, but yeah, it's there's some dark parts in this. Kind of like if you've read Beach Read by Emily Henry, where it like mixes the cutesy romantic stuff with some like deeper, darker themes. So it's kind of like that. I am really liking this so far. I'm definitely glad that I picked this one up, but I am getting really tired now, guys. I can't stop yawning. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to reading because I'm really enjoying it, and I'll probably either check in like when I'm too tired to continue, or I will just check it in the morning. Oh man. Okay, it is 2:47-ish, and I have about 100 pages left. I'm tired, but not like super tired. So I kind of want to just finish this. But if I try to finish this, I'll be up like almost, I can't believe this. How am I up? It's almost 3 a.m. Ugh. Okay, well, I'm just gonna try to finish it because, you know, it's a 24-hour readathon, and I've never been to this point in the night where I haven't felt the need to like sleep right away. All right, 100 more pages. Let's see when I'll finish, if I can finish. I am not gonna make it. It is 3:15. I'm on page 247. I've got about 60 pages left or so, and I am so tired. I can't keep my eyes open. I need to go to bed. I am very proud, however, of how late I stayed up, because I normally just can't do that. So I'm gonna go try to get a few hours of sleep, and I will check back in the morning when I wake up. Hopefully it's morning when I wake up. Good morning. It is 8:30 now. I woke up around 7-ish, but I kind of had a little bit of a headache, and I just wanted to lay there for a bit. So I went on Instagram Reels for like a long time. Yeah, I just get really sucked into that. But I'm making coffee right now. If you hear like a weird noise, that is my tea kettle heating up. But yeah, I'm gonna go finish What If You and Me, and then, you know, I'll brush my hair and get ready to take on the day. It's raining here, so it's like perfect reading weather. So let's go. right, it's about 10 o'clock now, and I have finished reading What If You and Me. I think I'm gonna end up giving it 4 stars. I really liked it. It's definitely like very dark. There's like almost a bit of a suspense to it. So it's not just like a cute fluffy romance. It's definitely got like some darker themes woven into it. But yeah, I definitely liked it. It was a very quick read. I could have finished it in one sitting if I wasn't so tired last night. Like if I had picked it up earlier, I could have easily read it in one sitting. And I really liked all of the talk about the horror genre and just like reading about Andy's like career as a horror author and like a crime podcaster. But yeah, I think 4 stars for that is what I'm gonna go with. So yeah, I've just been kind of, you know, getting ready, doing my little morning routine. I've eaten breakfast, and I have since picked up Fix Her Up by Tessa Bailey. I am 58 pages into this one, and it's pretty good so far. It's definitely like that unrequited love, like crush on Georgie's part. And Travis, the love interest, is still very much like annoyed and gruff and kind of, you know, grumpy all the time. I'm not sure if I said what this book is about, but basically it follows this girl Georgie, who is like the baby of the family. She's always like getting pushed aside and forgotten about because she's the youngest. And so she's decided to take the like family clown aspect seriously and has become a birthday party clown. And she's always had a crush on her brother's best friend, her older brother's best friend, Travis, who was a professional baseball player, and he had an injury, so he's home now, or like in their hometown, working at her family's construction company. And yeah, he's always kind of like pictured her as like his best friend's annoying little sister, and now he's starting to see her differently. So that's what this book is about. I have heard so many people like annoyed about this book, or there were like so many things that they didn't like about it. And one of the things that they talk about is his endearment for her, which is baby girl. So he calls her baby girl a lot. And so far he's done it 3 times, and I'm already annoyed with that endearment. Obviously, since she's like the baby of the family and people are constantly underestimating her because she's younger than them. It's just like infantilizing her, and it's kind of annoying. Also, I just think that baby girl as an endearment is kind of gross. So I don't like that, and I know it's going to happen a lot more because I've heard people say that he says it like every 2 pages or something like that, so that's going to be great. But other than that, it's pretty good so far. I'm not, like I said, not very far in, about 60 pages, so I'm going to see where it goes. Hopefully the baby girl thing doesn't annoy me too much, but we'll see. Alright, it is just after 1:30 and I just finished Fix Her Up by Tessa Bailey, and I'm gonna end up giving this bad boy 3 out of 5 stars. Yeah, I kind of went into this with low expectations, just because of the things that I had heard about it from like other booktubers and stuff and reviews that I've read. And it wasn't all bad, but there were definitely some very cringy moments and some parts where I was just like rolling my eyes or like visibly like making a face as I was reading it. And I did not really like the love interest. Yeah, Travis is kind of a tool, and he kind of stays that way the whole book, to be honest. I did really like Georgie, and I liked that she kind of did what she wanted and didn't take crap from anybody. Like, she's a birthday clown and people constantly give her crap for that and think that she's just this big joke, but she's like, you know what, it makes me happy, so that's what I'm gonna do. And I really liked that part of it. But yeah, people are not exaggerating when they say that Travis calls her baby girl like 50 times in this book, and it does definitely get super annoying. I'm just not a fan of that endearment, as I've stated before. But yeah, there were some other parts that were kind of cringy, but it wasn't all bad. Like, there were some cute moments. Like I said, I did like Georgie, and it was definitely a fun, quick read, but it wasn't anything like groundbreaking or overly memorable. I'll probably forget about this book, you know, in like a month or two. But yeah, I'm just gonna give it a 3 out of 5 because there were, just like with Undercover Bromance, parts that I liked, parts that I didn't. It's kind of a middle ground kind of book, but I do still think that I will continue with this series just because I'm pretty sure I like Tessa Bailey's writing. I've only read 2 of her books so far, but I don't know. I just want to kind of explore a little bit and see how I feel about the next books. So I did put a hold on the second book for this series, Love Her or Lose Her, at my library. But that one is another marriage in trouble one, which I have already stated in this vlog that I'm not a super big fan of. So I don't know. Am I setting myself up for failure? Probably, but I do what I want. All right, so that is my 3rd book finished for this 24-hour readathon, and I've still got several hours left. I'm doing pretty well, but I am getting very tired and kind of want to take a nap. So there's that. And I don't really know what I want to pick up next. I have a few options left. I could pick up some of the Lucky Harbor books because they're pretty short, and I could definitely finish at least 1, maybe 2 of these before the time is up if I just read the whole way through. Or I could pick up Him by Serena Bowen and Al Kennedy on my Kindle app on my iPad. And I have the audiobook for that, so that's a thing. Audiobooks are great for 24-hour readathon, so that might be something I do. But I also have Hands Down by Mariana Zapata, which in my last 24-hour readathon vlog, I read The Wall of Winnipeg and Me by Mariana Zapata. And this follows the side character, Zach, Big Texas, and like his little love story. So it's another sports romance, like centered around football. And I really liked Zach in The Wall of Winnipeg and Me, so I could pick this one up, although it is over 500 pages. So I'm not really sure what I want to read next quite yet. I think I'm gonna go ahead and fill out my reading journal for a little bit and just, I don't know, think about what I want to read next. Maybe take a nap. Who knows? All right, it is 3:30 and I have not read anything or chosen a new book. I have no idea what I'm in the mood to read or if I'm even in the mood to read anymore. I'm burning out fast here. So I think I'm gonna go to the grocery store and look for some food because I'm hungry, because I didn't have like a real lunch. And hopefully that brain fuel will help me decide on what book to pick up next. Or if I need to, you know, I don't know. I don't know what to do here. So I walked around the grocery store for like a solid 15 minutes, just aimlessly, because I also couldn't decide what I was even hungry for. What I wanted was sushi, and they didn't have that. So I had to pick something else, and nothing else sounded good. So I ended up getting a bunch of random stuff. I got like this pasta thing, Greek pasta. I got the ingredients I would need to make some really good blueberry muffins. And then I decided that I wanted a vanilla shake while I was out, and McDonald's shake machine was broken, so I had to go to Culver's, get a shake. But it's really hitting the spot. And I got cheese curds. So I'm set now for snacks. I don't know what I want to read, so I'm just not going to read anything. I'm gonna go watch some Schitt's Creek and maybe read when I finish eating.
I don't get it, it's all done. No, there's still a little bit that needs to be filled in. All that's missing is my middle name. Fill it in, please. I have to do that? What?
Are you being hyper? You got the zoomies for a second? Huh? Did you have the zoomies? Yeah, just a cute baby. It's 5:15. I'm just wasting time here. I watched Schitt's Creek for a few episodes. I played with my dog. And I still don't know what I'm in the mood to read, what I want to pick up next. And I just don't think that there's enough time for me to finish a whole other book. I've got less than 3 hours now. So I'm pulling out the big guns. Giant Days, Volume 3. I can definitely finish this before 8 p.m., which is my cutoff time. And I know that I'm gonna love it because it's a reread for me and I love this series. So maybe I'll just read, you know, a few volumes of Giant Days until the end of this. Then I'll at least be doing something instead of nearly 4 hours of procrastination. Let's go. Alright, hello everyone. It is a few days later from the 24-hour readathon, so I figured I would do a very quick recap and let you know just quickly what I read, what my ratings were, even though I know you saw them in the video, and then also my page count. So yeah, overall this was a very good 24-hour readathon for me because I read so many books, but I did kind of burn myself out a little bit from reading. I'm sure you could tell by the end. After I read 3 books already, I was like, just not really feeling it anymore, and I don't know when I'll pick up a book next, but I'm probably gonna take a few days to just not read for a bit because I'm just a little burnt out and I don't want to get myself in a reading slump. Alright, so the first book that I read for this 24-hour readathon was The Bromance Book Club by Alyssa K. Adams. This one was okay. Like I said, I am not a huge fan of the marriage in trouble trope. So I did go into this knowing that it probably wasn't going to be for me. It was okay. it wasn't bad. I liked the idea of the actual like bromance book club, and I'm sure I will continue on with the series, but I'm not really like in any hurry to finish it, you know? And I ended up giving this 3 out of 5 stars, and it is 339 pages long. Then the next book I picked up was What If You and Me by Ronnie Lauren. This was probably my favorite of the new books that I read. It was definitely darker than I thought it was gonna be, but it still had really cute moments. But if you go into this thinking it's just gonna be like a cutesy romance, I don't know how you'll feel about it, because there are some darker things. There's like a suspense thing going on here, but I really liked this one. I gave it a 4 out of 5, and it is 307 pages long. Then I picked up Fix Her Up by Tessa Bailey. This one was probably my least favorite of the ones I read. Actually, I don't know. These ones are kind of neck and neck, honestly. They were just okay books for me. Like, there were parts that I really liked about this one and parts that I just really didn't. Some really cringy moments in this one. So I ended up giving it a 3 out of 5 stars. And this one was a longer one. It was 380 pages. I do think that I'll continue on with this series as well, but I know the next book is a marriage and trouble book, which I've just stated is not really my thing, but I just want to try more Tessa Bailey's like cutesy romances, because I liked It Happened One Summer so much, so I think that I can find another book by her that I really like just as much. So there's that one. And then I didn't read for several hours because I was just like feeling the burnout at that point, and I was procrastinating and didn't feel like reading anything. So when we got, I don't know, there were like 2 or 3 hours left of the readathon, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna pick up some Giant Days volumes because they're rereads for me. I know that I like them. I already know the characters, and they're graphic novels, so they're perfect for a 24-hour readathon. So I picked up volumes 3 and 4 of those. And yes, I love this series so much. I'm sure if you watch my channel a lot, you will have seen me mention these before, but this is my favorite graphic novel series. I just love these characters, these 3 girls, so much. And I gave both of these volumes 4 stars, which is what I gave them the first time I read them too. And each one is 112 pages each. So I read these 5, and all that page count totals up to be 1,250 pages exactly. So I read over 1,000 pages. I am very happy with that. I read over 1,000 pages with just these 3 books, but it was nice to have the graphic novels to kind of fall back on because they're just like comfort reads for me. So yeah, I'm really proud. I read all of this in a single day, in 24 hours. I'm really proud of that. But yeah, I am feeling the burnout, so I think I'm gonna take just a little baby break, a couple days, and just watch some YouTube, watch some Schitt's Creek and whatever. But yeah, I had a fun time. It was really fun doing the reading sprints with Ashley. So Ashley, if you're watching, thank you for the reading sprints. That was a super fun time. We should do that more often. I will definitely be leaving Ashley's channel and her vlog linked down below if it's out when this one goes up. Otherwise, I'll come back and link it once hers releases. So yeah, if you liked this video, you can let me know by liking and subscribing down below. Leave a comment if you've read any of these, what your thoughts were. I would love to hear it. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye!